We must inform Captain Brandt at once.
All my peers seem so much more capable. 'Tis quiet about.
I've been on my feet. What do you know?
The person we seek isn't here. Perhaps we'd best come back later?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp and set out again later.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
'Twas a fascinating...
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Come back any time.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
If anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
This looks as good a place as any.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, and so, in honor of his supposed valor, the false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into... What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task my thanks? Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. Once your infiltration is successful, You will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Here. This should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermon's eastern edge and investigate him? I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
Welcome to Bjorn's armor, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
While you're here, eh?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
It's been a hard day.
Carol can talk to me.
Wonder what room. Wonder if there's any. have to work to earn my bread.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this one. Mayhap I ought to get it. Mayhap I ought to be getting.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck. Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look.
These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
Our collection grows.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
I shall fly to your aid, Master.
forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermon's eastern edge.
Phantoms! Only attacks or most effective against it. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Pray, follow me.
Hampton.
One of us has been drenched. Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing. This foe is drawn to women as a moth to a flame.
Tis a tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to cause danger. Ha! How do you like that?
Worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do.
As you say.
First and foremost, want to lock to rallies. You're a much easier target when lying prone.
I don't dare attempt nothing simple though. But together, I think we can manage it.
The enemy slows. Perhaps we have tired them out.
Ha! They don't stand a chance against us now.
Strike fast, and our quarry shall fall.
concur. Over here, if you please.
For a moment, I thought I'd met my end. Oh, my thanks to you, Arisen. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
Ah, the twinkling stars are captivating to behold.
True enough. Here we go again.
Give them water!
Understood.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
While traveling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Over here, if you would.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different horns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Words worth hearing.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. You must cleanse yourself of that oil post haste.
No foe is your equal, Arisen.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
A resounding success!
Your ability to trip over nothing never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing. Ingenious. Though I'm not sure the Cyclops would agree.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
It is not what I expected.
Though we may not die in battle, it's a far cry from being invincible.
This brute has quite the temper.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
No quarrel here.
One of us is being drenched.
A well-aimed strike. Right where it hurts.
Ensure your next attack is no less perfect.
The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and... investigate him? I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Some of our foes are proficient at ranged attacks. They will prove most troublesome if not dealt with swiftly.
No quarrel here. I'll put an end to this foe, Master.
Two tasks for you.
This brute has quite the temper.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Fear not. Tis well in hand.
Well done. These people will be defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Master, we ought to quit the field ere the option is taken from you. The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate him? I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
While in another world,
Skeletons, there!
Only attacks what prove most effective against us.
These beasts are truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
most effective. A hole! That was a sight for the hole! No! The monsters left something for us.
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and...
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. I'll put an end to this, Bowmaster!
Continue our onslaught, and the behemoth will soon topple.
A moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing.
We find an opportunity to retreat. I say we take it. It is hardly cowardice if with no hope of victory.
have no answer to you.
Tis the simplest strategy to our foe most of us. Knock its feet out from under it, and strike ere it recovers.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone.
This brute has quite the temper.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
No quarrel here.
Yon statue may yield new sights, if we can reach it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Material such as this can be combined to craft things. Oh, I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night? I can scarce keep my eyes open.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure. Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go, then.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
I shall fly to your aid, Master.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Let us see what you're made of. I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
A fantastic find. This is why I shall never tire of our adventures. creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Follow me. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Could you come over here?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Having trouble keeping up? No matter. I shall wait for you, as long as it takes. Here, if you please. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
Right, just follow me. No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Could you come over here? Do try to keep me in your sights, Master. I shan't lead you astray. Here, if you please. Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. This should be interesting. I'm unfamiliar with this foe.
Well done.
Seems we have enraged our foe.
A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
I am well aware of the particulars.
Master, you're to quit the field ere the option is taken from us. When our furies run out, we're out.
I'm not sure.
We'll have you back on your feet in no time at all.
Enemy slows. Perhaps we'll tire them out.
recklessness have done them no favors. They ought to have conserved their strength.
Strike fast, and our quarry shall fall.
Feast your eyes on this! Follow me. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Your ability to trip over nothing never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen. Oh, that looks scrumptious. And I'm positively famished.
You ought to exercise more restraint.
Eyes follow us.
You there. Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here, that's for...
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Is that who I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day. So you say?
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Nothing. Thing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again.
I'm in no mood for talk.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Do come again. Well met, sir.
This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes it...
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned? How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take...
it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you, Sir Arisen. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Not mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice, only to depart with nary a word of explanation? Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
If I were to give you some advice, it'd be to try doing to someone else what I just did to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Fancy a look at my wares?
What's all this about? Make yourself scarce now. I've quite a temper.
If you're curious, why not ask my lord yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop yon hill.
suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look. Let me get that.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity. If 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward, and you're like to stumble ere long.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night. Of course, nothing's free in this world. A good merchant knows that trade is a battle of wits. Glad to be of service, sir.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
What's all this about?
Fancy a look at my wares?
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the...
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me.
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any question figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
How dare you?
Dear me.
You've my gratitude. Thank you, sir.
Just what I was waiting for.
Make yourself scarce now. I've quite a temper.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Whatever 'tis you want,
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Polished it this morning.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
As soon as you turn your back, out comes the dagger. If you're fool enough to fall for it, shame on you. I'm not risking my life for a pittance.
Oh, there's something written here.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
Should we head there now? It would save us having to make the trip again. We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Deezer. This spider has woke...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... Or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are complete. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. Twas a certain sorcerer who left the deepest impression.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Methinks I've earned a rest.
I ought to
Bed
take
calls
stock.
and I shan't resist.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Dead on my feet. I could use a bit of fun to brighten my day.
Let's see. What should I get up to today?
Want to try to enjoy life where and when I can.
I do like it here, but it can get very dull.
If he asks me again, I'll claw out his
I'm in fine fettle today.
I could do with a few laughs. Didn't drink a lovely, but I've other appetites.
gladly stay a while.
Today's the day I get swept off my feet.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
Food and drink are lovely, but I have other appetites.
What should I get up to today?
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
Time to be heading home.
Another moment.
And scarce any coin to show for it.
I'm dead on my feet.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Let's get to cleaning before I'm too tired.
Life can be tiring even if you've no troubles. Food and drink are
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Might as well hang about. No rush.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
All that effort and scarce any coin to show for it.
That's quite enough rumor hunting for one
Gladly
day.
stay a while.
It is just another day, same as the one afore it.
I could use a bit of fun to brighten my day.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own adventure someday.
Might as well hang about. I'm in no rush.
I met a very in this.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tipple before bed.
Time to be heading home.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I'm sure it will taste better than it looks.
Best oil my equipment. Well of the chance.
I do like it here, but it can get very dull. my ledger. Best to keep a record.
You!
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to...
Welcome to Bjorn's armor, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we... check the price, just remember, misers die early. Many thanks. I appreciate it.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are...
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So, before you check the price, just remember, misers die early. early deaths. Hope to see you again. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Always a pleasure. Fine wares. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Always a pleasure.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once. If your Majesty has any unfinished bit, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so...
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do, alas. Unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I...
Presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
Predicament.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Will someone do aught about this?
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable, for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
I sleep on my woe, mayhap they'll go away. Not to look forward to, but a long day on my feet all day. My legs are tired. Lots to do. No precious.
Nattering all day. It's tiring work.
Working this field's all I know. I'm not stopping.
Hasn't anyone got coin to spend?
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here. This headache's driving me up the wall.
Of course. No one in the world would be rich.
Hoi! Need someone to talk to.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Be sure to keep your wits about you.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'Twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
We must be ready for anything.